I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
All aboard the roller coaster of mayhem. Empire, you're doing us this right now. I'm getting seasick. Me and both of my co-hosts are getting seasick. There's so much stuff going on. Season 6, episode 16, we got us. And we got you guys holding it down for all the questions in AfterBuzz AfterShow. I am Sayrie, and I'm joined with the amazingly talented, he always loves to wear red, he said, because that brings out his eyes, and his favorite cologne is DM him, he gonna tell you. So, hey, Bryant Santos, everybody.
I love it. It's amazing. I love being here with you. I'm so excited to talk about this episode. It's like you said, it's a roller coaster. It's been going crazy. Love me some Hakeem, so I'm ready to talk about it.
Yes, I am getting seasick. And today we're gonna get into so many different topics. We're gonna get into Andre's checkmate, Cookie's therapy, Portia's beat. Also, we got a little bit of predictions coming up in our special segment. Oh no, you'll didn't. And you don't want to miss that because that's when we get a little spicy. But I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Andre's checkmate. Now, for the fans, no. If you're not the fan, just step aside right now. We're talking about the fans that have been here ever since Andre has been seeing imaginary people. He's been killing imaginary people. He's been, oh my God, he then fell in love with somebody that weren't there. Like, who has ever been here since the beginning? We have now seen Andre, end of the last season, finally love himself and trying to quit all the craziness. Ding, 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 ding.
Yes,
ding, ding,
he's back.
Finally. Okay. So we see this episode where Kingsley manifests again. We start off in the hospital and Mama Lion shows up. So I don't know. What were you thinking, Brian? I thought she was imaginary. I thought he was going to be able to put his hand through her. I don't know. I didn't think she was real.
Me too. I was just like, oh my gosh, where did she come from again? I knew she was in some kind of behavioral facility, but I didn't think she was in that same one by chance, you know? So it was, and the fact that she just rolled in, like she knocks on the door, she's like, hi, how are you? Hello. And I'm like, where is the security?
Yeah. What is up with these characters being crazy on Empire, but for a split second, it acts so normal? Like White Tracy has been on drugs all her life, but when she walks around, she's just calm and cool. It's like she don't have an itch.
She's like, hi.
Yeah. And Grandma walks in with the bracelet. So obviously she broke out from somewhere. Yeah. And as soon as I saw her, I was thinking, I don't trust her too much. I thought she was gonna try to kill him. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I didn't think about that when we were watching this show, but it makes sense now. Like I mentioned, that the fact that she just walked in the door, so maybe she was an imaginary, definitely like kind of one of those angel and demon kind of things Andre's going through, with Kingsley being that demon. She was the angel that kind of tried to guide him. It worked for a second, but of course it didn't work out in the end because Kingsley was back and I hate him. But yeah, so
but you just applauded. He's like, oh, I hate him so much. Oh my God, I can't stand him. It's like, you look like you love him. And she basically is, like you said, the angel on his shoulders. And she tells Andre to take your pills, son. We need those pills. All of us is crazy. In fact, pop your pills, you know. And sure enough, he listens to Grandma. But the thing that caught me off guard was that she saw that he was Kingsley. What'd you think about that?
That was super interesting too. And the fact that she was able to kind of like snap him out of it, which I appreciated this, but at the same token, you know, I was talking about that I wanted to be Terry. I wanted to be somebody super, super influential in his life that was able to break him out of that. But the fact that it was his grandma, and the only issue I had with this is that we never really saw their relationship. Like they never really had this amazing, strong relationship throughout this time we've seen the grandma on the show. So that was kind of weird for me. I was like, she was not the one that's like, all these people in his life are trying to save him. And she's not that one random grandma who's just gonna be like, hey boy, how are you? I'm gonna save you now. So that was weird to me, but I guess it was okay. But because they both go through the same thing, I think it's where they were coming from, that she was like, I've been through this. I'm gonna help you because I know how to help both of us. But it was okay. It was like,
Yeah, that was one of the few things I was like, okay, all right. We're just trying to bring in everybody from all the seasons before we end. We just want everybody, the mailman in season 1, the dog groomer in season 3. You know what I mean? Like they're bringing back the whole cast to say goodbye, and they're finding a place to put them. That's how I feel a little bit about this episode.
Yes.
When I saw Granny, which was cool, you know. And she was like, you know, you have that green-eyed devil. And I didn't know if she was talking about Lucious or Kingsley at the point. I didn't know, because I think Kingsley, is his eyes greenish?
I think they're like brown. Yeah, brown? So I was confused too. I was like, who is she talking about? But then it made so much sense because she's like, I see him, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. How's everybody seeing all this stuff? What drugs are they on, and they just keep seeing all these imaginary spirits? I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but can I borrow it on the weekends? I'm gonna take it.
Right.
Yeah, so basically she comes in there, and I thought that was an interesting way to kind of start it off and to show that little bit of I passed this on to you type of thing. I
Mhm.
gave you this disease, and now I'm here in your final moments. So at this point, we see him eyeballing the nurse. Now, if it was Jamal eyeballing the nurse, I would have thought he was trying to get with the nurse. Because Jamal little,
Yes.
oh, if it was you, Bryant, eyeballing the nurse, I would have
I'd be
thought,
like,
hey.
hello. Where's the pill? I'm just
Yeah.
kidding.
Land here. Okay. But when we see the badge, I'm thinking, oh shoot, he's about to escape. He's about to escape.
Mhm.
But in the teaser last week, we saw that he escaped anyways. But
Yeah.
and what you think about the nurse kind of being similar to him? Do you think that was a little bit pushed a little?
Yeah, I think it was what I was more thinking about was the fact that the nurse was like, I knew that whole thing about the tongue trick where he was just like, I'm just gonna hold
Yes.
it in my mouth because I was like, he has not swallowed it yet. You didn't see it go down his throat. Like, something bad's gonna happen. He kept eyeing
Yeah.
his little badge on the side, and I was like, oh god, this is
Yeah.
it. This is where it's all gonna go down, and that's when it did. So I can't even.
I feel like I've watched enough movies where there was mental patients to know that
Hmm.
you check under their tongue. Like, I don't know if I'm a
Yes.
movie buff or a TV buff, but every time they take the pills, you say, now lift your tongue, and you
Yes.
wait. And I'm not even a nurse like that. And I would thought that they probably would have watched him take it and then make sure he don't throw it up.
Yes.
But I don't know
Like
what
SpongeBob
hospital
with
he's at.
the pickles under the tongue.
Yeah. Yeah. You come on, SpongeBob. Yes. I'm so
Yes.
glad that's your reference. But yeah, so yeah, he totally gets away with it. The traditional, I'm gonna put the pills in my mouth and then spit it out after.
Hmm.
And then it comes the moment, because at first grandma did work until the next day we
Yeah.
see that Kingsley comes back. And
Hmm.
Kingsley is softer because he's a little bit scared now. He don't want to get all the way taken out the picture. So he's a little scared. And he's basically like, we gotta go see Terry. Let's go see your son. At this
Hmm.
point, where are you like nervous for Terry or what? I was losing my crap at this point.
I was too. I was nervous because I was like, oh God, because like you said with the teaser, I was already preparing for that moment to happen. I was like, oh God, this is when he's gonna break out. He's gonna go find. He's gonna
Yes.
grab the knife, and I'm like not mentally prepared for this yet. So it was. I was super super nervous, but I was happy that I was happy with for the poor nurse that it wasn't a fight because I thought he was gonna like knock him out and grab the
Yep.
fork or something.
Yeah.
But it was definitely interesting to see.
I thought he was gonna add to the body count. The nurse was
Yeah.
just like, and the way he did it, he just felt the nurse up and grabbed the key.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, all right, whatever. So he shows up the house, he busts through the door like Ike Turner. At this point, I'm thinking, please don't hit this woman. Empire, please don't let him hit the woman. And there's a baby there. And
Yes.
I don't even know what parent let their baby be in this role at this scene, because she literally like does something really weird and then goes to the live baby. Usually they
Yeah.
have like a fake baby. I don't
Yes.
know. I was like, she
So
about to
fun.
hurt this
That was
little baby.
hilarious.
And I swear, I don't know if you guys can chime this in the comments too. I swear the baby changes. Now, if you go watch the episode maybe again, I swear when they first showed the baby was a little light skinned. But then when they picked the other baby up, it was like chocolate. Did you notice that? You notice it? Okay, all right.
I did not even see that. That's iconic.
Y'all not real Empire fans. Y'all not real. But I swear the baby was like Lucious color at first, and then all of a sudden it was like Terry Crews color. But we watching you, Empire. We own you. We own you, right? You didn't notice that? Why the darker baby gotta be around the stunts? Okay, we ain't gonna get into protest. We're not gonna protest. But but sure enough, she grabs the baby, and when she comes down the stairs, we can realize it's a prosthetic baby or it's a fake baby. And she locks herself in the room, and just sure enough, Lucious is right there to save the day.
Mhm.
Did you think he was a good choice? I thought maybe it would be kind of Cookie who would be the one.
The only reason I thought it was a good choice because of that moment they had right before where
Hmm.
Lucius was like, this was my fault. You keep blaming yourself, but this was actually my fault. I wasn't there for him like it could have
Hmm.
been. So this was Lucius's final moment to be like, okay, I gotta get it together and I gotta be there for
Nice.
him in this time because if I don't, then this is where it's really gonna go over the edge, So that was the only reason, but I do agree with you that I think it could have been Cookie because I feel like we talked about this. She's just a boss and she commands everything. She would be the one to be like, Andre, get it together, But it did make sense that it was Lucius just for the fact that he had to kind of step in and be that father
Hmm.
that he wasn't really to Andre.
Yeah, that was interesting. And Terry's there, and all of a sudden he basically snaps back Andre. Now, at this point, we saw early in the episode where Andre was talking to Lucius and Cookie, and he was like, "I'm Kingsley," and it was demonic. It was the voice. I didn't like that too much. And then all of a sudden he's like, "Andre's never coming back," but Andre comes back. So you think that was like slippery writing, or did you already think that Andre is going to be able to come back in there and fight him off?
No, so I did not think that it was gonna be this episode where he was gonna do that whole exorcist, dump him in the holy water, like
Yeah.
you raised
Yes.
me up. I don't even know what it was, but and then
Oh,
freaking Kingsley walking off into the sunset. I was like, did that just happen? Like,
yes. So I love that Empire still keeps it black at some point. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like for him to get truly saved, he had to go to church, see the authentic black gospel choir appear behind
Yes.
him,
I was
and
like,
then
here. I was like,
and he's baptized, and then he kills Kingsley. Now, that was really interesting to me. Like, I didn't think that, first of all, I don't know about this mental illness. I think they just taking liberties to write this out. But I don't think if you have bipolar or split personality, you can kill the other personality.
yeah, that was definitely interesting. That I mean, I hope that what they were trying to say was the fact that he kind of, I guess, saved Kingsley, or he allowed Kingsley to
Uh,
move on, maybe. Because it
you
was,
know,
yeah, this whole.
he's
Go
not
ahead, go ahead.
possessed. He's not possessed. He's just mentally off.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was confused. So I was like, is that what they're trying to say? That he's like allowing him to move on? But I mean,
Mhm.
he did give him his heart. So I guess that's kind of what they're trying to say. It's a whole thing. I don't even know either. You raised me up, Josh Groban.
I took it as he finally had self-love. He acknowledges after he was trying to kill Kingsley / himself, because we saw the angle where he was like holding himself
Yes.
down in the water, and we're like, what the hell? But he tries to kill Kingsley or whatever, and then he realizes, you know what? I accept that this part of me is okay. And I thought it was the ultimate bubble of self-love and
Hmm.
appreciation and stuff, basically.
Yes, I love that too. And I think I definitely agree with you that it was like a whole like full circle. Like he's like, I have to embrace all the parts of me and all the good and the bad, So
Mhm.
hopefully he can move on and he's finally back, because this has been too much drama for me. The only thing I liked about it was the crazy D, like you said, when he was giving it to Terry like that. I was ready, willing, and able, but let's not talk about that.
What? Oh, did you break up? Oh my God, you want everybody on the show. We're not getting to you right now. Oh, what about the nurse? Hot or not?
I guess maybe like a 6 or a 7, like if I
A
was like in the
6?
mood and I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah. A 6 with the pills or without the pills?
Maybe a 7 with the pills.
Hey, you need to interview him and have him on the show.
Yeah.
And I was also talking about the song was "Great Is Your Mercy Towards Me," which is like a very, I don't know, very. I thought that the words in that, the wording in that song was very beautiful too, because it's like you keep saving me over and over and over. Because remember
Hmm.
back in the day, Andre believed in God, but he completely disowned God
Yes.
right before he had a kid, and then he kind of believed in God again. So, what do you think? You think they're trying to make a message about redemption and salvation?
I think so.
Oh,
And
is
it
that
was
too
like,
deep?
again, yeah, I love it though. It was definitely, like I said, a whole like full circle kind of thing, that
Hmm.
he needed all these different parts of himself to kind of save himself. So, like you mentioned, he was really, really connected to God at one point, and he had his pastor that he always relied on, but he kind of fell off from that. So it was kind of a whole message about, acknowledging the parts that were bad about him, and as well as acknowledging the good to kind of help himself. So I loved it.
In the all white choir. Oh my God, we love it. I love
Yes,
it.
I was
I
like
go,
right up with
yeah,
them.
I did start repenting for all my sins. I repented for all my sins because I haven't been to church in a while. I've been watching it online a little bit, but yeah, so that was a little bit of church for me. Thank you, Lee. I saved my soul tonight. We're gonna get into Cookie's therapy. Now, I've said this too before, that the therapist is a lesbian. Okay, and I've said this
Hmm.
in predictions that maybe her and Cookie have a little flirtatious thing.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. But she goes to see her shrink, and her shrink is like, "Where you been? I missed you." And she had like her boobs percolating. I'm still holding out on the cookie. I'm still holding out on the cookie love story. But basically, they do this thing, and I was like, they do the reenactment of what would have happened if
Hmm.
Lucious went to jail instead of Cookie.
Yes.
What do you think at
Oh,
this point?
it just brought me back because I just watched this exact same thing happen on. I
Mhm.
don't know if you watch This Is Us. They did this exact same
Ah,
thing with oh God, I'm so bad. Literally,
okay.
Pearson. Their name is Pearson. I can't think of it right now.
I'm so sorry. I
Anyways,
couldn't even help you. I was like,
they did this exact same thing on This Is Us, of this whole like what if with a shrink kind of thing. So the person is basically like, blaming themselves for all the bad things that happened in their life. And they're like, if this one thing didn't happen, maybe my life would have
mm,
been better. So I thought it was super interesting. I liked the way they played it. I feel like they could
mhm,
have played it a little bit more. There was more to be
yep.
said. It was just that one little scene with, her running up and being like, "Oh my God, Lucious," and I was like, "Oh no, girl, don't fall into his tricks again." Literally, back in the day, you're still falling for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So
it was cool.
And I was thinking, please don't make this whole episode a what if, parallel universe.
It was enough for me. Too much. Yeah,
it was a little bit. It was enough for me, and I like the way they did it through the therapist, and the therapist told us instead of we having to see it. She was like, Andre becomes a thug because ... because if usually in those type of households when your dad goes away for drugs, you become your dad and you become the drug dealer. Then she also hints towards Hakeem is still into music, but he looks a little preppy. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, that was strange too. Like, I don't know in what world, he would become like this, like put together, like say a little prayer kind of boy, but
altar boy, yeah. He was just like,
it
yes,
was strange.
Mom, I'm gonna go rap, Mom. Totally awesome. It's like, what? I don't know about that one. And then we got Jamal, which we know he's Jussie Smollett. He's off the show, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm sitting here like, what they gonna say about Jamal? And they just say, oh, he didn't come. So I was just like, come on. They didn't even give him a full story. It's like, oh, he didn't want to be here. So, and we see Lucious, who's now a Muslim, which I think is one of the main storylines that kind of makes sense. Being in prison for that long, I think a lot of men, become Muslim and all that stuff like that. So, yeah. I was trying to figure out who's the guy in the suit.
Wait, the one behind him? No, not Buck. Not
Bunky. Not Bunky.
Yeah, I was like,
also actually that.
The guy in the suit.
Yeah, maybe you guys in the comments can help us out and chime in.
Yeah, let us know, because I don't remember too. I don't remember who it was.
He's somebody Lucious killed. I know that.
Oh God. See, 6 seasons. There's so much that happened. So much death. We can't even think about it.
We just know he's a ghost. We don't know which ghost he is. He's ghost number 59. So basically we see Bunky alive because as we know, Lucious was the one that killed Bunky. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't think this parallel life fared out better than the real one. What do you think?
No, for sure. It wasn't. And like, that was the message that the therapist was trying to say to her. She's like, girl, no matter what you did, this couldn't have gone any better. You did the best you could with the circumstances that you had. And I always talk about Lucious just being toxic. So I feel like any version of Lucious in this situation still makes everything bad. So,
but you still want him.
I still want him. It's fine,
Did you flick your hair?
My no hair.
Yeah, I saw it, friend. I saw it. But I still think, I think the real life is much better. Plus, I don't think it makes sense. How would Cookie build Empire without the music? Lucious is still the music, no matter how much Cookie put into the tracks or whatever. Yeah. Do you think she really could have built Empire without Lucious?
No, and I think that made a lot of sense too, because I was like, what empire would there be? Because that's the whole arc of this show, is that Lucious is, his records, everything built Empire. By the way, really quick, the chat did say it was Philly Street who was in the suit. Oh, yeah, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So
thank you, chat.
Chat, you're amazing. It was J. Louis 27. Thanks for being here again. So
thanks, Jay.
I think it was definitely interesting to see that they're saying that Cookie did, because I think she definitely could have, but they had to explain that better. Like, like she was able to make Empire because this, that, or the other. But the whole series, we've been talking about the fact that Lucious's records, Lucious's music was what built Empire. So the fact that it was just kind of like, let's talk about this, was like, okay.
Yeah. And Empire was built on music. They did hint a little bit towards Cookie saying, oh, you built up these artists. Maybe she found some other artists. She started Empire. Yeah. And she seems like she's still in love with Lucious. Like she doesn't have a man near her. Seemed like she waited the 14 years or something.
Oh, no. Oh, girl, I'm so sorry.
I don't think he waited in jail. Wait, that means okay, whatever. And then we see Andre getting locked up, and he was like, "Come here, boy," and it was like, "Come on." That's when I felt like things were a little, like earlier, was a little bit forced or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was okay. Like I said, that whole scene, I feel like they could have given us a little bit more, but it kind of just all was like wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and there was like not really much to explain. So I think it could have been done a little bit better, but I did think it was interesting.
And then we also have her at the end, sewing everything back up with her sisters, Carol and Cancer's, a CCC. Oh, I just noticed that. Carol, Candace, Cookie.
Mm-hmm.
You noticed that?
Yes.
I know you did. Oh, what is Cookie's name? Loretta.
Yeah, Loretta, right? Is it Loretta? Loretta.
Okay, Chad, help us out again. Help us out.
I think Loretta is the mom's name. I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why it's Cookie. But yeah, okay, well, yeah.
Yeah, and Cookie. And Lucious is Dwight.
Yeah.
Dwight. No,
so much death, so much name change. We can't.
I know. Okay, yeah. Just phone a friend. We're gonna phone the guys in the chat for that. Yeah, Jay got us. I know you got us, Jay. Just look it up. Google it for us. But yeah, basically we see everything tie up, so nicely. She was like, and, side note, Candace is out of, Carol is out of rehab. Candace is out of rehab. Candace?
Carol's
out of rehab. And she is just back to normal. Like, I don't know what kind of drugs these addicts are on that after one full week, they are just amazingly strong. No tics, no nothing.
Yeah.
What is going on? She was like all disheveled, hair all over the place, just in there. And 1 week later, boop, hey, how you doing, guys? Like some food. Like, what drugs are these? This was my question, number one. But yeah, sure enough, we nicely, circled that little story off with a nice cute bow. She was like, guys, you saved my life. And then Cookie was like, you know what? I understand. I forgive you guys. So.
For sure. By the way, it's Laritha. We were so close.
Oh,
okay, this again. It's Laritha. We love you. Shout out to you.
Jay, we need you here on the panel, Jay.
Seriously, because we were like, there's so much happening in the show. It's amazing. But I do agree with you that the fact that Carol just kind of was like, okay, I'm back. Like, I did my hair and I'm totally fine. So I think, I talked about it last week where the show is coming to an end. So they're kind of, like you said, kind of trying to tie everything up in a bow so fast. So they're like, let's let this happen. Let's let the grandma come back. Let's let Carol got a rehab and let's just bring back the mailman from season 1. So there's definitely so much happening.
It's a whole bunch. And there's so many characters that I'm just waiting to see. There's only 2 more episodes. They went from 4 episodes to 2 episodes, I guess, because of this coronavirus. So it's getting real. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do in the next few episodes for sure. I don't know. I'm just kind of strapped in myself. Also want to talk about Bossy Media and Portia's beat. So Portia in real life is Instagrammer. And I think she's pretty good. Have you heard any of her mixtapes?
I haven't, but I do know that she actually does her own music. Yeah.
She's talented. She got really good. Let's say she got mad flow. That's gonna show my age. I don't think the young kids say mad flow no more. But yeah, so off screen, she's very much a musician, a rapper, and all that stuff. And I was just waiting for the time for that to translate into the show. And since the show is about to end, sure enough, we see her doing a little bit more, trying to push towards being an artist. So we see her, and then at this point, she's making a beat. First of all, do you like the beat? What do you think?
Actually, no, I thought it was all this drama. I was like, for this beat, this is worse than Tiana's latest track. I'm like,
yes, yeah. So, but Portia was the beat, and then Becky comes in there and was like, "You can't do that." And she was like, listen, let's let me have a beat, basically. And then some random artist with a fat, I can't say fat ass, huh? With a big butt. Can I say it? I don't think I can say it.
Yeah, she has a fat ass.
With this huge comes in, and first of all, they don't even have an artist signed that's a rapper with a big butt. So I'm telling you, they really just throwing stuff at her. She comes in there, she's the rapper equivalent to like a Nicki Minaj or a Cardi B, and she's like, I'm not gonna do the festival. And then she hears Portia's song, and then she's like, if you give me that beat, I'm gonna do the festival. I was like, that was like the 3rd time in the episode where I was like, come on.
Seriously, I agree. And I thought that they were both kind of in the wrong. Like Portia, girl, just give it up. Make a new track. Like, seriously, like we said, it wasn't even that bomb.com.org. So just make a new one. And then Becky, too, like, damn, you just really threw her under the bus. She's like, okay, it's yours, girl. Like, but I do see where Becky's coming from, the fact that, she's trying to save her business. She's trying to do everything she can. So if this artist is going to set her up for success, then girl, I'll throw anybody under the bus, under the train, under the Boeing 747. Like, seriously?
You're not loyal at all. But it was just I thought it was just too perfectly put in there. She just, all of a sudden we see her for the first time. All of a sudden she don't want to do the festival or something unless she has that one track that we saw Portia make for the first time in the whole show. We've seen her even make music, I think. As far as making her own tracks. Yes. And I definitely see, we'll get into predictions a little later, but I definitely could see that being a thing. Like Portia's not gonna like that. But she basically tells her the truth, like, take the money or get fired. What would you do?
I would take the money, girl, because she doesn't write. Wait, no, she doesn't have a writing credit. She has a producing credit. I know in music, the best you want is a writing credit, right? Because you'll get royalties and stuff. Okay. But I think with a producing credit, I think you get a similar kind of thing. But yeah, girl, she's going to get that producing credit. She's going to get her music out there. I'm sure no one's going to listen to it on her Instagram. Not the real artist, because I'm sure she's amazing. But like on Portia, no one's going to listen to on her Instagram. So I think that it would definitely be beneficial to everybody involved if Portia just sold that track and just moved on, girl.
Yeah, and she's not the only one. We see Maya What
I'm for her.
What? You're for Maya.
She's my new Tiana because she
how do I turn this thing off? How do I just go ahead and disappear?
Leave me.
Where do I leave in this piece here? Are you serious? Maya is your new favorite?
I love her because I'm serious. Like, I feel this so much in the music industry. Like, honestly, you gotta do what you gotta do, girl. And she is doing that. Like, she's like, you know what? I got this marriage. I'm gonna use it to my advantage. She got her recording time. And I also see it from her perspective of, how it works in the industry with people like these new artists or these new people to the entertainment industry. They're like, oh, you're just some nobody. You don't have what we have. So I saw that with, Treasure and Devon. But I love how Maya is taking no prisoners. She's just like, you know what? I'm the new Mrs. Lion. So I'm going to tell you all how it is. My new husband signs your checks. And I was like, yes, girl, get your coin.
First of all, pound cake daughter. Because I don't even think I should call him mom. You might have a point. Pound cake daughter, what are you doing? You have bullied your way into being an artist. And now you're bullied your way to being a lion. That's number 4 for me as far as just the writing just was like, what? How? Do you not even wonder how they got married in Vegas? There's no build-up. There's no dating process. They go to Vegas. They show up the next day and they're married.
Very true. It was very much out of left field, right field, and center field. But
I think the writers are like, what else to put? What else to put? Okay, we're just gonna make Maya marry Hakeem. Okay, what else? We're gonna put a gorilla in this episode. We're gonna put the animal discovery. Like, where are they pulling these characters?
They're grabbing Tiger King in here.
Tiger King that came in and did a cameo. Carol Baskin has killed somebody in the show. I'm like, what in the world is going on? So basically, Maya, who we've never really seen a build up between her and Hakeem, and she's basically like, I'm not divorcing you. And your other girl, Tiana, was like, boo, like, how dare you marry her? So do you think she's jealous, or what do you think is going through Tiana's mind?
Yes, 100% she's jealous. And I'm still waiting for Hakeem to come back together because I do love Maya, but I think she's eventually going to get the annulment. But I am waiting for Hakeem to get back together because I love them so much. And I think they're very much like Lucious and Cookie. And I'm also really feeling Treasure and Devon. I think they have really good chemistry. That song was fire. I love these little like music relationships. But yeah, definitely seeing Tiana jealous was really cool to see because, like I mentioned, they've been together pretty much the entire series since literally day one. They've been with each other, So I definitely feel like they're gonna be together in the end. They're definitely end game. So I don't know, Maya, get your coin, girl, but also get the annulment.
So who's your couples? You said Devon and Treasure.
I love Devon and Treasure. Yeah, Devon and Treasure is great.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely want Tiana and Hakeem to get back together because they're amazing. Okay. Maya can just get her own because she's
Maya,
coming up.
What are you doing, Maya? Maya go with Portia or something. Why keep making the characters gay?
No, Maya and the therapist. There we go.
Oh, well, I don't know. Okay, who else you got?
Andre and Terry is not gonna happen. I don't think so. I hope not because
Andre and Terry
so far gone. Yeah.
I liked them at first though.
I do though. I love them, but I feel like their relationship has kind of like just went so far off the edge.
Yeah.
And I think what they were telling us in the end of the episode was like Andre's family is kind of his rock, So I think that's what's gonna happen between them. Like everything that transpired was just too much for Terry, no matter how much she loves him. Yeah. And I hope that they tell it in a way where basically it's like still alluding to the fact that he was sick, he was going through this mental issue.
Do you think he's
but
done?
At the same time, like, I feel like they're done. Because seriously, girl, like he just tried to kill her. So like, I don't know if I could come back from that either.
Yeah. Well, if we keep laying at Kingsley D, like he may have a chance.
I feel like, okay.
No, I feel, I don't know. Like, I think they have a chance, but I really don't even know if Andre is still all the way done with Kingsley. We did see Kingsley in the whole, what's that TV show, Touched by an Angel, where the angel goes into light and then poof, we saw that whole moment. But I don't know. That's predictions, I guess, but I still don't even know what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah.
And I think some of my other couples would be Yana and Devon.
That'll be cute. Yeah, I like that. Yes. But I also kind of like Yana and Lucious, even though they're so toxic. It's like, God, she's just falling for his tricks. I'm like, oh, don't fall for it, but we're all falling for it.
Yeah. Do you like Damon with Cookie?
I think I do is just because he worships her. Like, I feel like I need that because I need someone that's going to like bow down to Cookie like I do because I think she's just like amazing. And I feel like
everybody, Bryant.
I love her.
You're on both sides of the fence. You're going for the women, the men, the extras. If they had some pet dogs in there, we have to watch you. You'd be like, did you see Rover? Yeah. So I just gotta watch you. You know what I mean? You're just you love the whole show, and I guess we both love the whole show. Anybody else say anything in the chat? Did Jay?
Yes, I'm actually about to just jump in on that too. So we have some fun questions. Jay Louis is shouting out. He thinks that we should have a Tiana and Hakeem spinoff, which I think would be amazing. Yeah,
Tiana
they've kind of had that relation. Tiana and Hakeem.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see. You know, like I love Star, which was by Lee Daniels as well, and I thought that had like such an abrupt ending. So I think that there's so much more he can do with Empire ending. So that'll be a cool option. What else we got going? Who else is here? Thank you all for being here, by the way, with us. It's amazing to have you. We're so sad the show is ending, but thank you for being with us here every single week. So
yeah, and you guys chime in the chat room too and tell us who do you think it should be the good spinoffs. Who would you tune in? We obviously can't have a Lucious and Cookie spinoff because that is Empire. Yeah. We're gonna need somebody a little further off. I think we can't do any of the Lions to a certain extent because we always be wondering where the family is. We always be wondering where Cookie is, Lucious is. Well, poor Jamal. We don't. They just say
gone.
But yeah, so that was pretty much the episode. It was crazy. It was fun. Woo! Yes. Season 6, episode 16. We got us, and we can't wait to have much more. So we're gonna get into our next segment, which is called the "Oh No You Didn't." You doing the thing? Oh no, you didn't. Moment. So for you guys just tuning in, basically that's the moment of the show where it's like the mic drop. It's the surprise moment. It's the gas moment. Okay. Well, you got to be careful when you do that right now with the virus going on and the corona. You got to hold it for 10 seconds, but just be careful as you do that. But and even if you're at home right now, let us entertain you while you get better. You will get better. So let's just all kumbaya it. But the "Oh No You Didn't" moment is basically the moment where the most shocking moment. So I'll let you go first,
Brian. Shocking. I think I like what I do. I kind of do it in where like what's shocking but positive. So I think I definitely give it to Becky because the fact that she kind of just came up, maybe it's both the girls. So Becky and Maya, like the fact that they just, "Oh no, you didn't," like, no one is gonna take my coin, no one is gonna take what I want, so I'm gonna go out and get it. Maya is, just ruining relationships. Good on you, girl. Becky is taking people's tracks. All right, whatever, get your hustle. Whatever you have to do to get your coin. So, "Oh no, you didn't" to both of them.
Oh, I like those. My "Oh No You Didn't" moment would have to be, you know what? I'm gonna flip it a little bit too. Andre drowning himself. I was like, "Oh no, you didn't." Because at first, when they were doing that scene, I was thinking, how does it look in real life? Because we can see him, drowning the actor that plays Kingsley, whatever. But in real life, it's just him. So yeah, they show him doing that. So my "Oh No You Didn't" moment was like, shoot, when he basically says self-love and accepts Kingsley and it goes into the light. That was like, oh shoot, "Oh No You Didn't." So, which I don't know, is that a count as "Oh No You Didn't"?
Yes, for sure. That was definitely like, because I didn't expect it. It was super shocking. Like they definitely might drop that because I didn't think we were gonna see Kingsley go away in this episode. So.
And so many predictions at this point. So we're getting to the last part. You guys chime on in. Let us know what you think about the predictions. Let us know your "Oh No You Didn't." Let us know.
Here we have some. Want me to jump in real quick?
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So J. Louis 27 said mic drop moment was when Andre told Cookie, "Don't call me Andre anymore, call me Kingsley." And yeah, like we said, we were both. That was a good one because I was like, "Oh, this is nice up in here."
It turned into a horror movie, season 6, right?
Yes. Mama Never Dead never said, "Oh, you didn't," is calling me Kingsley. Yeah, so the same thing. Like, just that was so crazy to see that, and especially that was the beginning of the episode, so it was crazy. And also, JW27, you're the sweetest. They were saying that they love the show tonight that are hosting, and we love you so much. We all love
you. Jay! Jay!
All of you. We love you all in the chat. You're amazing, and we're so sad it's only 2 more episodes, but please be back here with us next week for the last 2 episodes.
Oh, thanks, guys. We love coming and bringing this to your homes right now. So let's get into a little predictions. We usually have the sound effects, so right now we got to make our own sound effects. Okay.
Okay, you go first because I don't know yet.
Okay, predictions. Let's see. I said it earlier. What did I say earlier about Portia? Well, that's the obvious. Portia's gonna be acting up about her beat later on. We're gonna see that.
Yeah.
She's gonna be acting up. Let's see. I think Mama Lion was fake.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
I agree with you because I didn't see that at first, but like I said, when she just walked in, like without any like,
She floated in.
she didn't even get the freaking like key card or anything. So
Yeah,
yeah,
we
I
barely
definitely
saw
agree
her
that
feet.
she could be, yeah, she could be fake.
Yeah, so she, first of all, it's a mental institution. How are not prisoners, but how are patients just going from room to room or whatever?
Exactly.
And if that's the case, why can't Andre just leave? If it's just that
Yeah.
easily. So I think Mama Kingsley, Mama Lion is fake. I think Portia's gonna react about her music being stolen. And let's see, any more predictions? Okay, I'll wait for you. You got any more?
I'm gonna agree with you what you said about Kingsley not being done because I think that's definitely
Mm,
something like maybe the for sure like we're gonna skip the next episode, but in the finale he's gonna come back and it's maybe gonna be a positive.
uh-huh.
So that could be one thing. My prediction is still Tiana and Hakeem. I want them back together. I don't know how. I
Aw.
don't know if it's gonna be Maya, messing something up. Hakeem's gonna be
Yes.
like, "Girl, thank you, next, goodbye." Um, so we'll see that. But I also need more from Tiana. I need her to like step it back up because this song, by the way, was not fire. I just have to say that. Like literally, I love all of her songs since
Yes.
season one. And this song, I was like in my couch, I was like,
Yeah, but
"Ooh."
her abs though. Did you see the abs?
Yes, she looked bomb. Like, but Cookie
Yeah.
was so right when she was like, this looks like a commercial for something. Like it just looked not right. So
Yeah.
I definitely want Tiana to get something more and get that fire
Mm.
song, get that fire performance that I know she has. Cause when she was doing that little move from like the first season when she dropped her butt on
did a
the stage,
little.
I was like,
She did.
okay, girl, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, more
Tiana, you're
Tiana.
nothing without Hakeem. Let me say it right now. You're nothing with Hakeem. Okay. But I ain't gonna lie. The best moments is when Tiana and Hakeem get together and hit the stage. It is explosive. I
Mhm.
love it. I love it. I love it. And then also, I think my other prediction would be, I forgot it. I have just had it in my mind. God dang it. I just got lost about Tiana's abs and Hakeem and what
Yes,
they look
lip
like
balm.
making kids. You're laughing because you thought of it too.
I did, God. Oh, we're going to the white choir right now. Like,
Yeah.
the choir is all right. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry for my sins.
we both need saving. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff we haven't seen. We didn't see Damon this episode, so we don't know where the
Mhm.
storyline is
Oh
going
yeah,
with
that
that.
was in the teaser with
Hmm.
Damon and
Yana,
no, God, why are all their names escaping me?
Jay,
Becky,
where you at, Jay?
Becky, Portia, and
Treasure,
no, Bossy Media,
Becky. Oh, Giselle.
Giselle. There we go. I was like, it's a G.
What?
Yeah, Giselle and Damon. So that was in the teaser. So we're
I
definitely
missed
gonna
the
see that
teaser.
next
Yeah.
week. Yeah.
I missed the teaser. I actually went to the restroom. I don't know if that's TMI, but yeah, so many great things are happening. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to the being our third and fourth host. Today we
Yes.
love you guys. Only 2 episodes left. I have no idea who's going to kill Lucious. I have no idea if Cookie's going to die. We have no idea. All of this crazy. We don't know if Andre is going to stay off the pills. We don't know if Andre is going to stay with Terry. I mean, too many things to just leave untied. So you got to come back and check us out. You can find, where can they find you, Bryant?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok at the Bryant Santos, as well as a lot of fun after shows here on AfterBuzz TV. I'm doing Quarantine with the Stars, which is super, super fun. So tune into
Oh,
that. And
it's
yeah,
nice too. Congratulations. You did a great job with that.
thank you.
You're super
Mwah.
awesome. You definitely got to tune in. And I'm Funny Sarai on IG. FUNNYSAYRIE. FUNNYSAYRIE. Go to the IG. Slide in my DMs. Let me know you're listening. A lot of great things going on from podcasting. I'm on, also LOL Radio with Kevin Hart. You guys check it all out. Until next week for season 6, episode 17. 2 episodes left. You don't want to mix it. Me and Bryant Santos Brontos will be in the house just for you guys. So come on back next week. We're looking forward to seeing you.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzz